If you've ever stared at a stock chart and felt completely lost, like you need some kind of advanced degree just to figure out what's going on, well, this is for you. We're going to cut through all that noise, forget the complicated formulas, and learn how to read the simple but really powerful stories the market is telling us.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about why just two little candles can hold such huge clues. Then we'll get into the fun stuff. 5 pairs of patterns, from the engulfing to the kicker. By the end of this, you're not just going to see lines and colors, you're going to see a story playing out.
All right, so here is the big idea. The main takeaway for this first part. It's this. The way that just 2 candlesticks interact with each other can give you a massive signal about a potential change in the trend. Think of it like a little hint from the market, a whisper about where things might go next.
Let me ask you something. Do you think that to be a good trader, your screen needs to look like the inside of a spaceship with a dozen different lines and indicators all flashing at you? I mean, is that really the only way to do it?
Well, what if all that stuff is just noise? What if the clearest signals are actually hiding in plain sight? In the simple relationship between 2 candles. That's exactly what we're going to unlock right now. Okay, let's jump into our first pair of patterns, the engulfing patterns. And honestly, the name gives you the perfect mental picture. It's all about one candle completely, swallowing the one that came right before it. The name really says it all. It represents one side of the market, either the buyers or the sellers, coming in with so much force that they completely consume or engulf the previous candle's momentum. It's basically a hostile takeover happening right there on your chart. So, what we're looking at here are 2 sides of the very same coin. On the left, you've got the bullish engulfing. This shows up after a downtrend. You see a small red candle get totally swallowed by a big green one. That's a huge signal that buyers are stepping in and the price could be headed up. And on the right, you guessed it, the exact opposite. A bearish engulfing happens after an uptrend, when a big red candle swallows a little green one. That's your clue that sellers are now in charge. Up next, we've got the tweezer patterns. These are super easy to spot, and they tell a really clear story about rejection. Basically, they show us a price level that the market tried to push past but got rejected, not just once, but twice. And this shows you exactly how it works. A tweezer bottom happens during a downtrend. You get 2 candles, and they can be different colors, that share the exact same low point. It's like the market is saying, nope, we're not going any lower than this. Buyers have created a floor. The tweezer top is just the reverse. In an uptrend, 2 candles hit the exact same high, which tells you sellers have put up a ceiling that the price just can't seem to break through.
Our third set of patterns is the Harami. Now, I know the name sounds a little strange, but the analogy behind it makes it so easy to remember. It's a sign that a strong trend might just be running out of gas.
You see, harami is an old Japanese word for pregnant, and that's exactly what this pattern looks like. You have a big mother candle, and it's followed by a tiny little baby candle that's completely tucked inside the body of the first one. That little candle represents indecision. It shows the trend is losing its power. So let's break that down. The bullish harami shows up in a downtrend. You get a big red mother candle, and then a little green baby candle pops up inside it. This suggests that the selling pressure is really starting to dry up. The bearish harami, of course, is the opposite. During an uptrend, a big green mother is followed by a little red baby, hinting that all that buying momentum is starting to weaken. Okay, time to get into our final group of patterns. And yeah, the names are a little dramatic. We've got piercing lines, dark cloud covers, and kickers, but I promise the logic behind them is just as simple as all the others. These 2 are perfect mirror images of each other. The piercing line is a bullish signal you'll see in a downtrend. After a red candle, a strong green candle opens lower, but then rallies to pierce back up into the previous candle's body. And the dark cloud cover? It's the bearish version for an uptrend. A red candle opens above the previous green one, but then closes down, casting a kind of dark cloud over the good times. Now listen, for both of these patterns, the piercing line and the dark cloud cover, there is one critical rule you absolutely have to remember. It's the 50% rule. That second candle has to push more than halfway back into the body of the first candle. It can't just poke in a little bit. It needs to show a real significant pushback to be a valid signal. And last but not least, the kicker. Okay, this one is rare, but wow, when you see it, it's one of the strongest reversal signals out there. It's all about a gap in price. Let's say we're in a downtrend, and then suddenly the price gaps up,
and a green candle opens well above where the last one closed, that's a bullish kicker. It's a sign of a sudden, dramatic, almost violent shift in what the market is thinking, like someone literally kicked the trend in the other direction.
But let's be real for a second. These patterns aren't magic. As the source material says so perfectly, you have to use your brain a little. These are tools, not crystal balls. They show you probabilities, but true success comes from using them smartly, with lots of practice, and as part of a bigger plan. So let's bring it all home. We've just learned the language of 10 different two-candle patterns. Think of this as your new cheat sheet to start understanding the story the market is telling you, live as it happens.
And here it is, everything in one place. On one side, you have our team of bulls, the patterns that signal a potential move up. On the other side, our team of bears, signaling a potential move down. This right here is your quick reference guide, your new secret weapon for decoding what the market is trying to say.
So, the next time you pull up a chart, don't just see a bunch of random lines. See the fight between buyers and sellers. See the momentum starting to fade. See the sudden takeovers. The stories are right there. The only question is, now that you know the language, what are they telling you?